Yeah.
Can you check on this if from yesterday?
Yeah.
Okay, the lot number is A106.
It's a no sell. They want 4,000. It says. I don't know.
No sell. You said they want how much?
4,000.
4,000 for a pusher?
Well, that's what it says in the computer. I don't know.
4,000 for a pusher?
Maybe I don't know.
For
And it has 433,000 miles on it.
433,000 miles. Well, they want 1,000 for each mile?
I don't know.
Oh my goodness. Woo! Oh, 1,000.
Maybe that's like a sign. You don't need that shit.
Yeah, that's a sign that I definitely don't need that. But yeah, I'll tell them to get that vehicle back to you, because if y'all get the title in, then hey, he's on his own. Hey, what's going on, guys? You see we here day after the sale. Just show you you guys the truck that the lady and me was talking about in the video. This truck right here, they pushed it through here. They pushed the truck through here. I mean, it starts, the motor sounds fine. Don't know about the transmission, but this is the one, as you heard when I told her, A106, 433,000 miles. Like, the tire is the only thing that I see in a Rhino Line paint job, because the truck was previously green, they Rhino lined it red. This is the one that they asking 4,000. They want 4,000 for this thing. 4,000. Let's see. They still got the half somewhat key in here. Let's see if we can get it started up. They got a half somewhat key. They can't even give you a full key, and they want $4,000 for that. Can you believe that? Can you believe that? I gave, what did I get for this car? I was just looking for a little truck, I seen it was old, it had a lot of miles on it. I gave, as you can see, right here, 500 plus the $122 buy fee. I gave $620 for the truck, and they didn't take my offer. I felt disrespected that they don't want to take my offer. $620. I felt 500 for the truck was a fair price for something that old with all those miles. I was just gonna use it, for like a work truck to go to the salvage yard and pick up some parts and stuff like that. And if I have to tow a vehicle or something like that. But they want 4,000. How you doing?
Good. How you doing?
Good. They want 4,000. But hey, crazy. Let's get it. Hey, what's going on, everybody? You know who it is. It's JJ, and we're back at it once again. I had a question on I think that was Tuesday's video that a person asked me, how do I deal with people who harass or threaten me and stuff like that after they bought the car, and a few days later you sold the vehicle as is. Man, this is that part of the business, it's gonna be always ongoing, because some people that you sell a car to will understand that that they are buying a used vehicle, but a lot of times you sell a car to somebody and they really don't understand as is. They really think just because you're a dealer or you're selling cars, hey, you're a dealer. Something goes wrong with this car, I don't care if it's if I goes wrong 2 days later, it's your problem. You fix this, and you fix this car. And people just don't really understand that. Man, if you wanted to, man, if they harass you, man, just send them a link to to one of my videos, man. Let them understand that these are used cars, and once once they leave your possession, these vehicles are sold as is. That's why I have signs up in my office that says all sales are final. I have a sign like right here where people sign paperwork. It's all sales final and all cars are sold as is. And I always tell people I am not responsible for any repairs to this car after you leave my property. So I mean, you can bring. I always suggest people like, hey, if you don't really know as much about cars, bring somebody with you that knows about cars. Bring a mechanic. You more than if you don't, make sure you check the car over, drive it and stuff like that. And then even after I sell the vehicle, I always, cause I tell people all the time, like, I'm not a mechanic. I drive these cars for a short amount of time. I'm not in these cars all day, every day. And I drive them from here and there, and I get them checked out, and they're fine for me. And then I post them for sale. But I'm not a mechanic, and I can't let you know like, hey, a couple days later, them probably your brake rotors are gonna go out. Your headlight switch is gonna go out in 5 days. Your windshield wipers probably won't work. People don't understand that. People just feel like, I gave you my money and you screwed me over. But that's a part of just being a part of in the car business, because I think this is like one of the professions, like one of the people, like, they always have their guard up, when you're selling cars, because they always feel like, you're gonna try to get over on them, and then soon as something goes wrong with their car, that's just gonna validate their reason, like, oh yeah, I knew it. You can't trust car dealers. That's why they always say, like, you can't trust people that deals cars. You can't trust people who sell cars. But I always try to refer people to, like, I always give people like I have a couple cars up here to mechanics. Like, I always tell people, like, I'm a mechanic. Even after I sell you this car, you can check the oil out there and the oil looks fine and so to you. And looks good to me, looks good to the customer. But I always tell them, like, even if the oil and stuff looks good, go in there, go take this car after you buy it, go get the oil changed again, get all your fluids topped off, so you'll know exactly when you done it. So then, it'll be on your schedule. So that's all I say. And then if people are harassing and threatening you, man, I just let those people know, like, as soon as somebody start threatening me and start talking crazy, I let you know, hey, man, your car is sold as is. You have your title. Hey, there's nothing I can do for you, man. You just got to be real with the people, because when I first got into the business, I was like, scared because people was harassing, threatening me and stuff like that. And so this is just gonna cut that out, so you don't face the same thing that I did when I first got into business. Because you get in the business, you're like, man, you happy, you selling cars, and then something start going on with these cars, and you're trying to be the Mr. Nice Guy, and you want to be like, oh man, I'll give you some money back to help fix your car, or you start stuttering and stuff like that, like I'll buy I'll give you your money back, just bring the car back and stuff like that. Man, forget all of that. I'm just being real with you, man. Forget all of that. Once the car is sold as is, it's sold as is, man. You can't do anything like that, man. If people are threatening you, harassing you, man, just let them know that they bought a used vehicle, and it's, after I sell the vehicle, there's nothing I can do. Like me, like, especially like me, I'll help a person out if they're having a major issue with the car. Like, if they bought the car and like a couple days later, like it was like the motor or transmission, then yeah, if it's like a major problem like that. But if they're having minor problems, it's nothing you can do, because everybody's purchased a car. I mean, not everybody's purchased a car, but people own cars, and stuff just goes wrong. You have flat tires, your battery, one day your car don't start, one day your starter stop working, one day your alternator stop working. Some days you might blow a fuse, your windshield wipers might stop working, your windows might start not roll down. And it just happens, man. It's a used vehicle. That's why you gotta understand, let people know, like, it's a used vehicle. Like, once I sell you this vehicle as is, there's nothing I can do. Like, nothing I can really do for you after that. You have your title, nothing I can do. The vehicle is sold as is. Because I just had somebody write a bad review on my business because you know they bought a car 6 months ago and now it stopped working. You know, they call you and they ask you like, hey, you know, my car stopped working, can you help me out? Like, you know, it's been 6 months. I don't know, you know, it's 6 months. You know, I don't know what you've done in 6 months. You know, you don't even know, like, once these people leave your vicinity, you don't know what they'd have done to the car. You don't know if they done ran over potholes. You don't know if they hit something. You don't know if they had somebody messing with something. Just to, you know, you never know. That's why you have to always just reiterate to people, like, you know, you bought this car and I sold it to you as is. And a lot of times, what happens is people have buyer's remorse. Is, you know, or like, you know, they'll buy the car and then they'll be looking online and stuff like that, and you know how Facebook and stuff start suggesting like what you start looking at, they'll start popping up. So then they'll see like, man, I gave this person $3,500 for this car. This person selling it over here. They'll see the same car been sold the next day. That might be even looks a little nicer than yours for $2,000. Now they like, man, let me call this person back and let them say my car is having a problem so I can get my money back and then buy this car that's cheaper. You know, that's what a lot of times is. A lot of times it's just buyer's remorse. And a lot of times it is just, you know, sometimes people just don't have the money like that. Sometimes people come give you, you know, say you sold the car for $2,000 and that $2,000 is all they had. So, you know, if their car battery's not working or alternator's not, they just don't have the money to fix some of these things. So, you know, they just get angry and upset with you because they think you done anything wrong. But I mean, you didn't do anything wrong. Like all I suggest, man, just have them people bring a mechanic with them. You know, don't be like me, like when I first started, you know, giving any money back and stuff like that. Don't do anything like that. You know, if it's something minor that you don't feel like, okay, you know, it's just something minor I can help you with, and you want to help them and just be a nice person, you know, just help them and then let people know like, hey, you know, I'm helping you just because I want to help you. You know, I'm not obligated to help you, you know, because people gonna threaten you like, oh, I'm gonna get my lawyer, you sold me a lemon, which, you know, you can always refer them to my vehicle. It's no, like when these used cars, if it's not still under the factory warranty, or I'm not selling you an extended warranty, it's not a lemon. So, you know, they can cut that out. You know, they're gonna threaten to take you to court and everything like that. But as long as your paperwork is in line and, you know, they sign, you know, don't even worry about it, you know, because you're always gonna have unhappy customers. You know, you can't, it's no business really out there that's just making 100% of their customers happy. So, you know, that's just all the advice I can give it to you for right now. I'll give you a little bit more advice later, but you know, I don't want this video to be I don't like the videos to be dragging on for forever and a day. But you know, I'll put inputs on other videos, and also I'll get other people's input on how they handle customers as well, so you'll get it from other people's perspective too. So they'll be in later videos. But I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. Appreciate all the love and support. I'm out. Thank you. Peace.